We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy.
Qua, stai a sole, ti devi asciugare, vieni. Good girl.
Do you still smell?
No, l'ho lavata bene, amore.
She rolled in fox poo this morning. Disgusting animal.
No, è meravigliosa, guardala qui.
Disgusting.
La puzza era...
That was disgusting. I had to walk all the way home from where we parked the car to go for our dog walk. But that was fine. We had an extra few kilometres walk, didn't we? To not get the car smelly. We thought we would give you a tour of the property, a 2-year update. So,
sì, facciamo vedere le cose che abbiamo migliorato, anche se non sembra che nell'ultimo anno abbiamo fatto tanto. In realtà qualcosa abbiamo fatto.
Yeah, and it's changed since the last time. So the last tour we did on Aperitivo 50 in the summer. We did a garden tour. We showed you all of the outside area, but it's changed quite a bit since then. And we haven't done a house tour for a year. Last time we did was last year, and quite a few things have changed. Oh. So we thought we would give you an update.
Sì.
Starting with?
I don't know.
I think we should always start at the top and work our way down and around.
Prima dentro e poi fuori.
And we're doing it today. Oh, sorry, Holly. We're doing it today because it's sunny and blue skies, whereas tomorrow it's scheduled to rain all day long. So I thought it'd be nicer to do it today. Did I just kick you? I'm so sorry.
Oh, beh, lei si mette sempre vicino ai piedi, questo lo dobbiamo
lo so.
È molto facile calpestarla perché si mette sempre tra i piedi. Ma noi l'amiamo, solo che ci dispiace quando ti calpestiamo.
What do you want? What do you want? All right, let's go. When I said let's start from up there, I meant at the top of the garden, not at the top of the house.
Ah, io ho capito dal piano di sopra della casa.
No.
Quindi
No.
Iniziamo dal lato di sopra del giardino.
Yeah, let's start in the garden because if the weather does change, I don't think it will, but at least I can do the house anytime. So we'll start outside. What we've never explained is that this part of the garden is fenced off, I think, one, to keep wild boars out, but also I think it was just to keep their dog and the children in.
Sì.
Yeah, it's all part of the property, but it's just a fenced off part, which is quite handy, really.
Sì, i bambini, ma non i nostri bambini, i
No,
bambini dei nostri amici.
Yeah. And it's good for the dogs because it means that they can use the cat flap at night and they can come out into the garden if they need a wee, but they can't escape and go chasing wild animals.
Sì, anche se Indy potrebbe scavalcare facilmente.
Yeah, she's never done it though, has she? Not that we know
non l'ha
of.
mai fatto. No.
Not that we know of. Magari, every night she jumps over and goes and has adventures all around Tuscany, and then she's back at 5 in the morning and we don't know.
We don't know.
So in this part of the garden here where the pool is, in the last year we've put all the plants in around the pool, and on the video that we did on Aperitivo 50 back in the summer we go into detail about each plant and what we've planted there. At the moment obviously it's winter so you can't really see any flowers or anything, but in the summer it's lovely and colourful. We haven't done much else in this part of the garden really, apart from build the swing bed, which we did. Did we do that this year? Yes, we did do that this year. I'm sure we did. And that's over there at the moment. It's all winterized. We don't really use it in the winter. It's too cold.
Comunque, anche se è inverno e le piante non sono fiorite, diciamoci la verità, la vista è sempre bella da qua, inclusa anche la piscina che ci sta bene.
Yeah.
In questa parte del giardino invece ho potato tutti gli ulivi a questa altezza, così che ci possa passare, mentre prima arrivavano qua giù ed era davvero difficile anche tagliarci l'erba, perché anche se cresceva di meno, perché all'ombra comunque cresceva l'erba. Quando venivo col trattorino qua sotto mi prendevo tutti i rami in faccia, mi facevo male.
Yeah, but even though most of the locals would be highly disapproving of what you've done, because the bits that come down are where the olives are.
Sì, diciamo che l'albero è più produttivo, diciamo, nella zona bassa, anche perché è più facile poi raccoglierle, parliamoci chiaro. Però a me non piaceva perché qui sembrava una foresta, adesso invece c'è luce, c'è una vista anche, è molto meglio. E anche poi in fondo al giardino di là ho tagliato un sacco di piccoli piante che c'erano e quindi adesso c'è la vista, mentre prima non c'era. Quindi ho fatto un sacco di lavoro qua. Questa è la parte dove c'erano un sacco di bambù, quindi l'ho pulita e l'ho tagliata e adesso c'è una bella vista da vedere, mentre prima non c'era. Quando ho pulito qui ho anche scoperto che lì c'era una specie di baracca che era completamente sommersa dal verde e quindi adesso è venuta fuori. Non serve a niente perché sinceramente è mezza crollata, però non sapevamo nemmeno che c'era.
Is there anything inside?
No, c'è un po' di attrezzi vecchi, ma niente che possa servire veramente.
So before we couldn't walk through this olive grove at all, so it's much easier to walk through now.
Da questa parte invece, di fronte alle olive, c'è la legnaia dove metto la legna. In realtà ci sono altre due cose nuove lì. C'è la benna piccola dell'escavatore e anche il trincia.
Che non l'hai usato ancora?
No, non l'ho ancora usato, però. Questo serve per trinciare erba, trinciare anche rami, diciamo, di questa misura, anche un pochino più grandi. Serve per pulizia. L'ho preso apposta perché con il frullatore, insomma, non ce la faccio. Perché frullatore? Decespugliatore. Comunque, con questo sarà più facile fare il lavoro.
Just below these olives here we have our second olive grove, and here the trees are much more widely spaced, and this is all looking lovely because this was all covered in dead leaves and Carlo cleaned all that up. But again, he's also opened up all of the verges which were full of bamboo. There's actually a bit of bamboo left so you can see what it was like, but he's completely opened it up there and it's just really opened up the whole grove. It's really nice here now. See, we've got lots of these big water tanks in the garden which I think hold 1,000 litres of water each. There's one here and there's 2 more down there. When we start up our vegetable garden later on, well, very soon actually, we'll probably be putting some of these to good use. What have you found? What is it? Little animals in there. Is it squirrels?
Sai cosa stavo pensando, amore? Che ognuno di questi serbatoi dovrebbe avere qualcosa che si apre come un ombrello al contrario, bello grande, così quando piove può raccogliere l'acqua e va a finire dentro.
Yeah, you're
perché così com'è è inutile, perché praticamente dovresti mettere l'acqua qua dentro e poi usare l'acqua. Non ha senso.
Yeah.
Questo si dovrebbe usare per raccogliere l'acqua.
Well, they need to be moved. They need to be put like where Roberto's shipping container is. If you put a drain on top of that and then the drain goes into there.
Mettere un tubo che l'acqua va a finire qua dentro. Quello ha un senso.
Sì.
C'è un attrezzo lì dentro, non puoi immaginare cosa sia.
Okay, so this is what the view was like before Carlo started clearing. It was just thick, thick bamboo. And while I'm here, this amazingly huge mimosa trees that we've got are all in flower at the moment. They're starting to come out already. And we're still in mid-January. It's a bit early. Anyhow, so once he started clearing, this happened. It opened up the view. And look what we can see now. Isn't that amazing? So worth doing. So this is what the trincha will help with, because all of this he did by hand and it took ages, but now he's got the trincha, at least some of it. I don't think it's a very steep slope, he won't be able to do all of it, but at least some of it will be able to be done with that.
Sì, non credo che possa andare con l'escavatore lì sotto.
No.
Ci vorrebbe un elicottero. Praticamente qua sotto è dove mi sono infilato quel ferro nel sedere, da questo lato. Io ero già in una posizione davvero scomoda, perché ero così, no? Ho messo la fune, l'ho legata lì, mi mantenevo con la fune e con l'altro braccio muovevo il decespugliatore. È una situazione davvero...
So you were basically abseiling and cleaning at the same time?
Sì, sì, poi lì mi sono fermato perché veramente era diventato quasi impossibile. Ho detto magari lo faccio un'altra volta quando ho recuperato le forze.
Indy's just found a snake. Have you found a snake? That's not yours. That must have been the previous dog's snake. Look! You want it? Yeah. Right, where are we going now?
Andiamo giù, nel bosco.
Okay.
Qui è dove ho fatto la prima prova usando l'escavatore, perché c'era un piccolo scalino proprio lì dove è sceso Olli adesso, e io l'ho addolcito un po' tirando con l'escavatore il terreno verso questo lato. È venuto un lavoro abbastanza accettabile. Per la prima volta che l'ho usata andrà bene.
Right, to get to the next level we have to go round. There's no steps going down there. So go round the shed. And if you're lost, the house is up here now. So not really much has changed here. We put in this little pathway this summer, and we also put in a flower bed here, which at the moment has sort of gone to ruin, but we'll tidy that up again in the summer. This is eventually where I was hoping to put the bees, but that might all change soon. We're not quite sure. We'll talk about that later. After we've gone down to the woods, we'll show you where we're going to do our vegetable garden. It's not actually on our property. So our property is quite hilly.
Sì, la nostra proprietà va dalla casa verso il giù, ma le parti piatte non sono le nostre.
For example, this lovely big piece down here behind us is not ours. This belongs to our friend Giovanni.
Sì.
And this would actually be perfect for vegetable garden, but this is not where we've chosen to do it. We've chosen to do it on Giovanni's uncle's property, which is right behind that red shipping container. And it's a lovely big flat piece of land, and he's not really using it anymore, and he said he's happy for us to plant vegetables there.
Questa è la strada che porta giù nel bosco, e qui sono sceso con l'escavatore. Già ho allargato un po' perché prima era un po' stretta, un po' insomma non era abbastanza liscia. L'ho cercato di appianare un po' seguendo sempre il sentiero.
You can see here where the ground has all been dug up. This is all wild boars. So this is exactly why we can't do a vegetable garden on any of these open spaces without putting up a big fence around it first, because everything would just get dug up and eaten. I mean, they can do all of this in one night and it's just all gone.
Sì, potremmo affittare dei cinghiali per scavare i vegetali quando saranno pronti, ma penso che li mangeranno.
Interesting idea. If you remember, back in March we had a very, very heavy rainfall which caused landslides all over the area, and we had 2 or 3 on our property. One of them was quite big and it blocked all of the pathways here, which Carlo has now cleared with the digger.
Sì. Allora, qui è dove c'è stata la frana. Tutti questi sentieri erano bloccati. Questo qui l'ho liberato a mano con la zappa e un secchetto. Questo invece l'ho fatto col digger.
Yeah, you can see that's just been done.
Sì,
It's all
potete
fresh
vedere
still.
la differenza, sì.
Okay, so which way are we going to go now? Because we've got 3 choices now. Up there we've got a little olive grove. This is the main pathway that goes around the property, so let's go down here to where Carlo is currently working. This, up until like 3 days ago, was completely blocked. We couldn't walk down here at all. So he's cleared all of this. It's quite exciting. And we've got plans for down here as well.
Sì.
Welcome to our wildlife pool area, which will be what it will be at one point. What we've decided here is we're going to put in a wildlife pond, so a place where all the animals can come and drink from, because it's quite far away from the house. It's in the middle of the woodlands, so we thought we would dig a pond and then build it up with plants around it, maybe put in some orange and lemon trees as well, and some benches and some wildlife cameras, so that we can record the animals coming to have a drink at night. And I think that's going to be really interesting, because the guy who owns the land below us, he's got 4 or 5 wildlife cameras on his property and says that he sees all sorts of animals. So I'm really, really excited about doing this, and I'm very excited about having a little pond as well. It won't be enormous, but it'll be a big enough pond for the animals to come and have a drink, roll around in maybe. It's not going to be very deep, it'll probably be about that deep, but yeah, we'll figure out where we're going to put it and maybe level the land a bit more, and there's a lot to do here.
Dovrei aspettare un altro pochettino, poi potrò usarti. Mi sta aspettando. Vuole stare con me.
Vuole stare con te.
Sì.
I've let you have your digger for, it's been 6 days now where I haven't interrupted you, and you've been from dawn till dusk, till after dusk, sitting on this machine.
Sì, devo dire che è molto soddisfacente portarla. A fare le cose ti dà la soddisfazione più grande è fare le cose con questa, che ci metteresti una vita per farlo senza di questa. Quindi sì, è molto molto utile, vale tutti i soldi che ho speso per comprarla.
Okay, that's good, but we probably will have to cut down on the amount of videos we're producing, because I don't think we can just put out videos of you on a digger for 20 minutes every Sunday. So if we're not going to be doing anything else in the near future...
Magari faremo un sondaggio su questo, se ci sono persone che vogliono vedere più di me sul digger lo facciamo, se ci sono non molte persone allora non lo facciamo, perché mi sembra giusto così.
Okay, let us know then.
From here, we came back onto the main pathway and walked all the way down to the very, very bottom of our property. It's quite a long walk, so I've speeded it up for you.
So here we come to a little opening again, and there's 2 pathways. We've got a lot of woodland here. We don't really know where it begins and where it ends, and a lot of it is very steep on slopes, so we haven't got into it. But we've opened up one pathway here and another one that goes down there. How long do you think this one is?
Non so, 200 metri?
I think it might be a bit longer. I think it's about 300 metres. And then there's another
Maybe.
one here that nearly goes down to the valley floor. Should we go down that one?
Ok, sì,
Ok.
andiamo di là.
We are at the end of this pathway, and Carla's stopped here. There's a big, big old tree that's fallen there that's got some really good wood in it, so he's hoping to chop that up and bring it up at some point. It's the fact of getting it back up to the house that's a bit of a problem. But yes, we're nearly down on the valley floor, and here apparently there used to be a vineyard in this area, so that shows you how much it's overgrown.
Come potete vedere, quest'albero è caduto anni e anni fa, infatti potete vedere al lato tutte le nuove piante che vanno diritte verso su, mentre questa guarda verso giù. Noi pensiamo che qui ci sia stata una grande frana, perché pulendo di là ho trovato un sacco di alberi tutti a terra. Sono tutti alberi di acacia, questi saranno qui, io non so, presumo almeno da 15 anni. E il legno è ancora molto duro, è perfettamente buono per il fuoco, non è marcito come gli altri alberi. L'acacia è un albero veramente molto resistente. L'unico problema non so come portarle a casa da qui, perché insomma è davvero in salita, con un piccolo trattorino non ce la farò sicuramente. Ho pulito questa zona con la decespugliatore, l'ho fatto quando Nicki stava in Inghilterra e ho scoperto tutti questi alberi che sono caduti. E qui sicuramente dico c'è stata una frana, perché non è possibile che tutti questi alberi sono tutti caduti allo stesso momento, sono tutti rivolti verso giù.
Heading back up, we walked along the other path that goes in the other direction that doesn't really lead anywhere either.
Okay, so the pathway stops there because there was once a landslide and it drops off to absolutely nothing. So we can't go any further than that. There's more woodland down here, but as you can see, it's completely inaccessible and very, very steep. So we ignore that. Now, when we go back further up here, there's an interesting little place where it widens out. And let's show you what they used to do there.
I vicini ci hanno detto che in quest'area qui gli antichi proprietari facevano il carbone, quindi che facevano? Tagliavano la legna e facevano il carbone qui. Infatti quando ho pulito la prima volta ho trovato i resti del carbone.
See, there's lots of pieces of like carbonized wood around. See if we can find some. It's all leaves now. It's all like covered, but we found quite a lot last time.
Sì. Che cosa facevano con questo carbone? Lo vendevano. Perché a quel tempo si faceva così, non so esattamente il motivo per cui trasformare il legno in carbone e non usarlo direttamente come legna.
Okay, we've climbed up off the path and we've got 2 levels of olive trees going in about 100-meter stripe here. These ones were all covered in vines, and earlier on this year Carlo's cleared all the vines off. Was that this year or last year? It might have been last year actually.
Sì.
So we didn't harvest anything from these, they're too high. Ideally, what you would not want to do is chop down the tree and let them regrow, because they will shoot up all around the main roots and you'll have lots of little trees growing, and that would give them a chance to grow better, and then you can prune them and keep them lower and harvest the olives much easier, but it would take a few years obviously.
Sì, guardate questi due ulivi in particolare, specialmente questo, è tutto legno, tutto legno, tutto legno, tutto legno, e poi lassù ce l'ho un po' di verde.
Yeah. This was another little small contained landslide that we had in March, and it sort of came out here and blocked this, but Carlo very, very quickly cleaned this one up.
Sì, sempre con la pala e col secchiello,
Yeah.
come i bambini giocando sulla spiaggia.
Which must have been hard work.
No, qui era poco, però comunque ci ho messo quasi una giornata intera.
5 minutes, a little break.
Oh yes.
So now we need to go and show where we're going to do the garden, and then I can do inside the house, and if you don't want to join me, non mi sto ascoltando, vero?
Sorry.
So I'll just talk to
Sto
myself.
giocando con i cani, dai, scusami, cosa stavi dicendo?
Stavo dicendo. So now we need to go and show where we want to do the garden,
Yes.
and then we'll show inside the house. But if you don't want to do that, I can do that by myself.
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right. So then you can cook lunch while I'm doing that. Yeah?
Yeah, I make some pasta.
Okay. So nothing has changed out here apart from the fake window that I've done, which I've now painted the border around so it matches all of the other windows in the house and reflects the beautiful view when you go over here.
Sei un artista, amore, sei davvero brava a fare queste cose.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. You coming?
Yes.
So everything you see on that side of the driveway is not ours. It belongs to Giovanni's uncle, who is probably going to sell soon, and he said that we can use this area for our vegetable garden. It's lovely and flat, and it is ideal for what we're planning.
Questa è l'area dove vogliamo fare l'orto, è anche più facile da recintare, non serve uno spazio enorme, penso per iniziare andrà bene questo spazio qui. È
Sì.
già parzialmente recintato, ma ovviamente questo lo toglieremo, faremo un po' meglio. Chiuderemo tutto intorno, che così non possono venire i cinghiali a mangiare le nostre verdure.
Yes, and this has one of the biggest rosemary bushes that I've ever seen. Look at this, and it's in flower at the moment, so it's beautiful. It's full of bees, full of bees. We will talk much more about our plans for this area in another video. I think we need to do a whole separate video on this because there's so much to talk about here. So we'll save that for another time.
Sì, anche perché adesso è troppo tardi per mettere le verdure invernali. È assolutamente troppo presto per mettere le verdure che cresceranno a primavera, e poi dobbiamo prima fare, diciamo, la fence.
The fence, yes.
Sì.
Yeah, we can't put anything in until we've done the fence because the wild boar come in here as well.
Sì, e in questo momento sto impegnato giù nel bosco, quindi per adesso non verremo a fare questo.
Okay, now this video's got rather long, so what I'm going to do is have two separate videos, and the next one is going to be a full house tour where I'm going to go through with all the things that we've done in the last year and how it looked before, and also I'm going to talk about some of my best second-hand bargains.
Yes. Ho fame adesso, andiamo.
Don't miss the full house tour, which will be on our midweek channel, Aperitivo 50, on Wednesday. We'd love for you to subscribe and join us there too.